A couple of years ago, I supported a carer that had I think she was 16, coming on 17, a 17-year-old that had not been with her that long. And there was a lot of issues about sexting, about actual physical bullying as well as cyberbullying. Yeah. We had some really good, meaningful conversations. And she knew we cared. She knew I cared. She knew the carer cared. We're talking about how vulnerable she is. That's the worry I have about how much more vulnerable our young people are. And that is much of that is to do with their low self-esteem. They've come into the care system already with low self-esteem. And we know that before we had this internet issue, we had our young people being in school, just telling their whole life story to people they didn't even know for 5 seconds. And then they'd fall out and then it'd be around the school. So we knew that, they were searching, they were needing to have approval from others, they wanting friends, etc. So this is happening. It's the same scene, but it's happening online. Yeah. And so obviously that it does make them much more vulnerable. And I mean, the progression of being online is also now, what's being required is not about, well, let me tell them how vulnerable I am in my past history. It is about, I need to be accepted, and somebody's saying, well, send me a pic. And I'm going to do not just send a pic, I'm going to send an awful lot more than that, because they are so desperate to feel accepted. And it doesn't matter. I think for me, the issue is it doesn't matter what we're saying as adults, because they are still they're already on that track. They're still on that track of searching for friendships, desperate to be part of that group, be included. We do end up with young people coming into our care where very often they've not had, they didn't have boundaries anyway with lots of aspects of their life. And so with the whole thing about use of the internet, that probably didn't even feature, so we know that most of our young people probably have got have not had the education, the guidance, the support that our birth children would have had. Because literally just because of their life chances.
Personally, I think that our looked after children obviously depends on the carer. I looked at a lot more than our own birth children, and are scrutinised, and I know they feel that as well. We're more aware. There's we're almost waiting for it, because everybody's saying, oh, well, this is what happens.
It's obviously the role that the foster care plays in terms of, you've got your safeguarding role, your safer caring hat on, etc., that, supervising social workers will look at, that we are scrutinising this, we're looking at it, we're supporting you to keep the young person safe and keep yourself safe from allegations. So it's around thinking about how best we support them to see. Maybe it won't happen in the middle of it. So what we've got to be able to do, if we have the opportunities to take the step back and start that discussion well before, if we have them for that, period before. But if we haven't, I suppose we're a bit stupid there, because they are already on that journey, and we're going to have to just be there supporting, picking up pieces. Probably, I don't know, it depends on the young person, but I think it becomes a crisis very much quicker when we've not had our young people for longer. So I think if I was a foster carer as well, I would be totally wanting to look at and support and supervise and scrutinise, because you don't know the journey that young person has made before they came to you.